Good afternoon. I'm Betty Adams. I'm the Executive Director of the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center, and we're thrilled to have you with us today. This is the Innovation Center at the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center. It is our headquarters for workforce services. You're seated in the R&D Center for Advanced Manufacturing and Energy Efficiency, which we are proud to use as a backdrop for today's special announcement by the Virginia Manufacturers Association and ECPI University. Meeting the skills needs of advanced manufacturers gets at the very heart of our mission. And you can see on the banner here to my left, your right, our mission is to advance the economic potential of Southern Virginia through education, innovation, and collaboration. And the program that will be announced and revealed today has elements of all three of those things. We're dedicated to providing innovative programs that retain, grow, and expand our industry base, developing partnerships that help ensure the quality and quantity of the workforce. We are also involved in creating pipelines, skills pipelines for existing, emerging, and relocating industries. I want to personally thank the Virginia Manufacturing Association and ECPI University for making this special announcement here at the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center. We are honored to be taking a leading role in implementing the program that will be unveiled today. And it's not an exaggeration to say that today marks a new chapter in our workforce story. Now, let me recognize some of the VIPs in the audience, and then I'm going to introduce you to our panel of speakers in the order in which they will speak. And I will be introducing our VIPs by group. So if you will, stand or wave or make yourself known when I call your name. First of all, I want to recognize the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center Board of Trustees members, beginning with Tom Robb, who is our secretary and chairman of the Programs and Partnerships Committee. He's also a member of the Halifax Educational Foundation. William E. Coleman. Mr. Coleman is past chairman, and I think he's also chaired every volunteer and elected board in the community. So we're happy to have Mr. Coleman with us. Dr. Merle Herndon, who is our new superintendent of schools. Is Dr. Herndon here? She's also one of our trustees. Also, I want to recognize our Halifax Educational Foundation board members and their staff. J.R. Griffin, who was chair of our campaign, our fundraising campaign. Ted Bennett. Ted is here. He's also wearing a double hat. He's also with the IDA and was my predecessor. And much of what you see today is because of Ted, what Ted has done. Doug Bowman is a member of the foundation and also a member of the Halifax County Board of Supervisors. Denise Taylor Forrest. Tommy Nelson is our executive director. Tommy, where are you? And Carrie Durling, our development manager. We also are happy to have members of the General Assembly with us today, including Senator Frank Ruff. Senator Ruff, thank you so much for being here. Senator Ruff is also a tobacco commissioner, and we all know how much we have benefited from the Tobacco Commission and their support for us and our community in Southside Virginia. We were expecting Delegate Kathy Byron. I'm not sure whether she was able to make it or not. Is Delegate Byron here? And Sheila Bradley. Is Sheila here? Sheila was going to be here on behalf of Delegate James Edmonds, okay? From the Tobacco Commission, do we have Ben Dawson? Ben, thank you so much for being here. I know the Tobacco Commission is having meetings right now, and you're missing out on all that fun. Ben is the new Southside Grants Assistant, and we're so pleased to have you here. From the City of Martinsville, we are really honored to welcome Kim Atkins, who is the mayor. Where's Kim? There's Kim. And also Executive Director of the West Piedmont Workforce Investment Board. Also, Executive Director of the South Central Workforce Investment Board, Deborah Crowder, is here. Mike King, Director of the South Boston Workforce Center. Is Mike with us? Okay. From the Halifax County Board of Supervisors, Barry Bank, one of our supervisors. Is Barry with us? And also our county manager, our new county manager, Jim Hallis. I know Jim's here because I saw him with his Christmas tie on. From the Halifax County IDA, we are fortunate to have with us Executive Director Matt Leonard, Wanda Jeffress, board member, Ted Bennett, who's also a board member, and Christy Johnson. Is Christy with us today? She's the Director of Business Development and Marketing. Also, I want to salute our educational partners and special guests. From Virginia Technical Institute in Alta Vista, Virginia, Executive Director Keith Harkins. Keith, thanks for being with us. Chair of the Engineering Technology Department, Dr. Mileta Tomovic from ODU. I hope I got that right. I did. Oh, I did. Oh, wonderful. Good. Representing the Virginia Advanced Study Skills Program, President Paul Nichols and Kim Lee Banks. Where are you? There in the back. Okay. Project Director of the Dan River Regional Collaborative, Dr. Julie Brown. Thanks for being here. Julie's had a busy day, and she's been up since dark 30, but she still managed to be with us, and we really appreciate it. We also are expecting some folks from NASA Higher Education. Dr. Tom Pinelli, University Affairs Officer, thank you for being with us. Also from the Kraft Foods Group in Winchester, Virginia's Engineering Department, Bob Hollingsworth and Brian Pinkert. Are those gentlemen with us today? Okay. And before I get to the podium, there are other people that I just want to give a shout out to. First of all, members of the VMA. We know we have the Vice Chair of the VMA, Virginia Council on Advanced Technology Skills, Nat Marshall, who's with Babcock and Wilcox. We appreciate you being with us. Thanks for being here. And also, I have to say, I want to recognize Brett Dassey's secret weapon. She described herself today as a road warrior. Her imprint is on everything that you're going to hear about today. And we're so very pleased to be able to work with Catherine DeRosia, and we want to thank you, Catherine, for all that you've done to get us to this point. Now, for our speakers on the podium, first up from ECPI University will be Paul Dockery. Paul is the Business Development Specialist. I also want to recognize our ECPI faculty. I think you folks over there, raise your hands, and also we have the Communications Manager is with us. We're pleased to have you with us today. Following Paul, speakers from the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center include David Keneally, Director of R&D, and seated with him is Dr. Nettie Simon Owens, Director of Workforce Services. Now, Dr. Nettie got out of speaking today, but we made her sit up here on the podium because she and David are going to be very involved in implementing what you're going to hear today. From the Riverstone Energy Center, Dr. Doug Corrigan. We're pleased to have Doug with us. And, of course, the person who is maybe the most important person in the room, and that is our President and CEO, Brett Vassey of the Virginia Manufacturers Association, a real visionary. And so with that, let me turn it over to Paul Dockery, and thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I very much appreciate you all taking the time out of your busy schedules and being with us today. And of course, a big thank you to Dr. Adams and her staff here at the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center for allowing us to use this facility for this announcement. Today's announcement is something that the Virginia Manufacturers Association and ECPI University have been building for the better part of a year now. ECPI University for over 46 years has provided hands-on, student-centered, skills-based education to its students, with the end goal, whether they're in a certification program or one of our degree pathways, to have employable skills. This dedication to our students is a driving force in why the partnership with the VMA has made so much sense. The VMA celebrating their 90th birthday this year, which I think I speak for everybody saying that they look great for 90. Hopefully we all will look that good. But the VMA has always positioned themselves as a leader in the Commonwealth for manufacturers in helping manufacturers become productive, become profitable, and maintain their competitive advantage in the state of Virginia. One of the most important factors for these areas is through a first-class workforce development and training solutions plan, and that's really where ECPI University has come into play. In 2010, all of the ECPI University campuses throughout Virginia, we have campuses in Virginia Beach, which is our corporate location, Newport News, 2 campuses in Richmond, Manassas, as well as a technical college in Roanoke. all of our campuses throughout Virginia became certified established assessment centers for the VCATS Manufacturing Technician Level 1 certification. The MT1 program, as it is commonly referred to, is a specialized training program built by manufacturers for manufacturers in order for them to maintain their competitiveness in the area. The program was built to bridge the skills gap that was found by the survey that the VMA produced in 2006 through 2010, and to allow for their workers to become more competent, to offer them as a multi-craft technician, and to allow them to be more well-rounded for their current employees and also for their future workforce as well. Get a little feedback here. Oh, hello. In 2011, right at a year ago, and I think we established at 11 o'clock today that it was 1 year and 8 days ago, ECPI became VMA's exclusive academic provider for the manufacturing technician certification. This partnership allows manufacturers the convenience and ease of access to the manufacturing training program and the assessment. The MT program has become extremely popular here in the Commonwealth and has also built momentum outside of state lines. We are working on projects across the states, and we are in the process of adding proposals for locations in several other states as well. Additionally, a goal for the manufacturing technician program when it was established was for it to be maintained with college credits. So earlier last month, we mapped it to college credits, and those that successfully complete a third-party validated assessment will be able to translate those into advanced standing college credits. That's something that we're very excited about. So not only will the individuals who pass this certification be able to have a proven industry credential, but they're also going to have credits that they can apply for towards the degree pathway that they choose. As our partnership has grown with the VMA over the last year, 2 years, sometimes it feels like 10, sometimes it doesn't feel like that at all, it's becoming increasingly obvious that we've done something unique, something that's currently not being offered anywhere else, something that we feel very passionate about. So on behalf of the Virginia Manufacturers Association and ECPI University, our president, Mark Dreyfus, and the campus president at our Virginia Beach campus, Kevin Bavaglio, I'm very pleased to announce the creation of the Manufacturing Skills Institute. This institute will be a flexible workforce training system that aligns with employer needs, provides industry credentials that are portable across the Commonwealth, across state lines, and provides a focused source for advanced manufacturing training. It is our vision to expand this institute to include value-added regional partners that will help add other educational programs to the institute. Our goal is to not only add other industry partners, but to add other academic partners as well. With partners like the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center, the Modeling Simulation Center at Riverstone, the National Center for Coatings Application Research and Education, or CCARE, which is a lot easier to say, and the Research and Development Center for Advanced Manufacturing, Energy and Efficiency here at the Innovation Center. We look forward to these partners helping us reach that vision of creating a workforce solution provider for the Commonwealth and beyond. Along with the organizations that I mentioned before, a recent acquisition for ECPI University, NTT, National Technology Transfer, will add several different skills to this program as well. NTT has offered for the last 30 years a wide range of different electrical system certifications, mechanical programs, fluid systems programs, national and compliance electrical safety courses, and several others that will only increase our offerings to both employers as well as individuals. It is anticipated that the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center will help develop and support this national training model and become a destination resource for several industry sectors beyond just advanced manufacturing. Our goal is for the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center to be created as a hub for not only the immediate area, but for the Mid-Atlantic and even beyond. We are thrilled to have this announcement. We have been building towards this, like I mentioned, for the better part of a year. The Manufacturing Skills Institute is the product of the VMA and ECPI's long-term commitment to make sure that we're not only meeting but exceeding industry's needs, not only their current needs but their future needs, and providing a solution for workforce training and development that can be used as they hire new people and as they grow their internal staff as well. Once again, I certainly appreciate everybody taking the time out and being with us today. This is something that we have been talking about for quite a while. It's great that on December 14th, 2012, that we're able to share this with you. And we are looking forward to working with each and every one of you to help build, create, and develop this institute into a world-class training ground for manufacturers and other advanced technology organizations to provide a resource that can be shared across the country. I thank you all for your time, and once again, I certainly appreciate it. Thanks.
We make things. That's what this lab is. That's why this lab is starting to build some recognition and some credibility. We've put together a staff from manufacturing. We have Travis Buchanan, who is a project manager. He comes from industry with a national reputation for being highly skilled in the world of CAD/CAM, 5-axis programming, fixturing, and machining. Under Travis's leadership, we have Bo, we have Josh, and we have Todd, each of which bring their own skill set in the arena of manufacturing, both from a mature professional resume and from a green resume, building their skills and their experiences under the mentoring of Travis. It's a model that's not random, it's purposeful. It's taking what an experienced craftsperson or craftswoman knows and teaching it, transferring it on to young talent to bring it forward. We moved into this facility. I'm sorry, let me back up. Clint Johnson is hiding in the background. I would be remiss not to identify Clint. He brings a teaching component into this on the academic side. Clint works with Amy Cole, who is the director of the Business of Art and Design. Dr. Adams mentioned Nettie before. In addition, we have Patty Nelson hiding somewhere. And where I'm going with this right now, if I could do a little storytelling, just yesterday we had a meeting. And that meeting, from my time spent in education, replicated industry and manufacturing in the private sector more than any meeting I've ever been in the academic setting. It was a purposeful meeting, it was direct, it was on task, tasks were assigned, numbers were looked at, money was considered in decision-making process. It was a lean, mean organization meeting that helps bring this institution forward to do the things that the Manufacturing Skills Institute is proposing that we do. About a year ago, we moved into this facility. The R&D Center is tasked to work with businesses and industries, small, medium, large, in this region. That's what we do. We do product development for them, we do some training for them, we do technology adoption, we do some limited production. When we looked at our business model and our business plan, the one area that we felt that we could increase our ability to serve the region was in training the workforce. So we developed a program called I2E2. That program immerses individuals into a experience that is based on cellular manufacturing, is based on live product development and design for the purpose of commercialization. We hope that with the partnership that's come together today, that they will bring to the table the commitment and organization to bring I2E2 to a more powerful and relevant place to be able to serve. They will start to dissect I2E2. They'll start to find teaching modules and courses that we can pull out and define and start to work with ECPI and VMA to start to look towards advancing workforce training. So thank you to the staff. Without this, that we couldn't even come close to doing this. Thank you to the champions that are helping support and fund and give us guidance. Thank you to the leadership of the SVHEC. I'm thrilled to work here. It's a wonderful professional challenge, and we think that this is just more expansion to a lot of good work that has come over this last few years.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Doug Corrigan. First off, I just want to say that I'm very honored to be part of this initiative with ECPI, with the VMA, with the Higher Education Center, with r&dcamee. I am the director of the Riverstone Energy Center, which is a program of the Halifax County Industrial Development Authority. Matt Leonard is here today. Now, first off, I want to say this, that none of this would be possible in terms of us being a destination. Now, you heard that word, destination. I don't know if you realize the significance of that. South Boston is being considered as a destination site for workforce training, not just on a regional scale, but on a statewide scale. And if you heard what Paul talked about, this is a nationwide initiative. We are going to be a destination site for workforce skill training for advanced manufacturing. That's going to put us on the map. Now, why is that even possible in South Boston, Virginia? The reason that's possible is because of the visionary leaders that are in this community, like Ted Bennett, Halifax County Board of Supervisors, the Halifax County Industrial Development Authority, the Higher Education Foundation, and not to mention, only mention the Virginia Tobacco Commission, which has put in millions of dollars into our community to build these centers that we have here, centers of excellence. You heard the word world class. So I'm a big believer, if you're going to do anything, make sure you do it world class. Don't be subpar. Do it in a way that's going to be exemplary and an example to those around us. So I think we all should be very proud of this initiative that's being put forth here today, and that we're going to be considered as a destination site. That's very important. It's very key. Now, the other thing I'll back up and say is, if you look at what we have, the tools and the resources that we have in Halifax County, we have everything from modeling and design all the way to prototyping to advanced manufacturing, all the way to the final coating. So from design and modeling to the final coating process, we have some of the world's best resources right here in South Boston. We have the Modeling and Simulation Center of Excellence, which is under Riverstone Energy Center. We have R&D Center for Advanced Manufacturing Energy Efficiency, which is what you see here today, under the Higher Education Center. We have the now, as of October, instead of ribbon cutting, the National Center for Coatings, which is a one-of-a-kind facility in all of North America to do coatings type workforce training and education. On top of that, we have AWFI that's managing, operating that center, that has trained over 10,000 people in the industry, in aerospace, automotive, etc., on coating technologies. So you see this conglomeration of forces coming together in Halifax County, in South Boston, by the bold vision of these leaders, by the Virginia Tobacco Commission, to bring all these resources together to bear so that we can really make our place in the world. We can either sit back and do nothing and die, or we can grow. And I think we've all taken the steps that you see today. This is a very bold move by the Virginia Manufacturers Association and ECPI. We're very honored that they chose South Boston as a destination site to bring out this entire program and to do it here. So I would like to give them a round of applause for seeing the value that we have here. So we're all very excited to be part of this. I think this has a lot of potential and opportunity. Phil Stevenson, who's the head of AWFI, who runs the Coating Center, was not here today. He wants to send he just wants to say he's very honored to be part of this. And the reason he can't be here today is he's getting ready for a big automotive manufacturer, big coating supply company, the big robotics company to come in next week to use the Center for Coatings. So he's feet on the ground, making sure that goes well. But so I will say that we're very honored to be part of this, and that we're very excited to see what the future holds for all of us. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for being here, everybody. We've recognized everyone in the audience, but I want to start with something I say pretty frequently, and that is that vision without application is just the ability to tell a really good story. And the difference you have in this community, and we work in every community around the Commonwealth, and we work with our peers in 27 other states. What you have that's here is unique, and it's a gem. And it's that you have community leaders with vision, but they also know how to get things done. It's about application. And that's the beauty of the relationship we have with ECPI and with the growing list of partners like the Higher Education Center, r&dcamee, Coatings Institute, and the Riverstone, is that our focus in this, through the Institute, is a portfolio of credentials that will be focused on, it's not the issue of you go to work or you go to college anymore. That paradigm has gone. Tomorrow's skills are about you have to do both. How do they both lead to each other? It's a system of ladders and lattices of credentials that lead to degrees and degrees that require credentials, and that's what we're putting in with the Institute. And this is an exciting time, and I think we may have breezed over the fact that you're going to have 6 hours of credit toward a degree with just our lead certification, which is the manufacturing technician certification. It's the first in the United States of America to have that opportunity for young people and career switchers. And our intent of building the Institute with a physical presence here will demonstrate that. So the beauty is you get the benefit of having these opportunities in your community, but it is a destination, and that's the next thing I'm going to talk about is collaboration. It is not possible in our industry. We're looking at a nearly 22 to 23% retirement rate in the next 5 years. Starting this year to 2017, we're going to be looking for over 40,000 people across this Commonwealth. Over half of them are going to be in skilled occupations. Everybody's going to be fighting for those people who have these basic skills, but also are trainable to the next generation of whatever that certification is or degree pathway. So the reality is, what you amplify here with this collaborative model of open access and collaboration is anyone that comes through the Institute, through this particular program, we're going to welcome those that are going to be focused on industry-based, competency-based, outcomes-based education and training. So those people have an opportunity to have those transferable and stackable credentials that lead to degrees, lead to credentials, but ultimately at the end of the day, it leads to jobs. And that's what we're trying to do. So we hope at the end of this day, the byproduct is that not only is this the national hub that we're looking for, but focused on the Mid-Atlantic first for the Manufacturing Skills Institute, but it leads to some spokes out into other communities across the Commonwealth that integrate with us, with their curriculum, with their training, with their opportunities, and then we see some economic development out of this as well for the Commonwealth and for the region. And I can tell you, it's already starting. We're already starting to see that, and you'll hear more about that as we get close to our hard announcement. This is supposed to be a soft announcement, by the way. I can't wait for April. It's going to be fantastic. So April will be the big announcement, and hopefully you will see this curriculum with the immersion program and how we bring people here from throughout the Mid-Atlantic. So I can't thank you enough for the opportunity, quite frankly, to be part of what you have started. I am very thankful to Nettie and Betty and David and the team for collaborating with us in something we started in 2006. And ultimately, all of you will make this happen. The success is all of ours, and we want to share that. And thank you very much on behalf of the manufacturers of the Commonwealth. What you see here is the beginning of the new brand. This center, the Institute will have this center, and all of the institutions we just announced will be part of the Manufacturing Skills Institute. And I want to describe something. If you see the eye looks like a globe because this is a global initiative. It looks like a puzzle piece because that's what we're doing. We all have equal setting at the table, and we're trying to put pieces of a puzzle together to get to the overall goal. So it's a good representation of what we're trying to accomplish nationally, and you all are at the epicenter, and thank you very much.